everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you have watched my previous videos, you already know that when I travel, I try to use public transportation, and this trip was no exception. If you're visiting New Orleans and you want an easy way to get around without renting a car or getting an Uber everywhere, the RTA app or La Paz app is your best friend. Today I'll share my experience of using it that includes both ferry and the New Orleans streetcar. So first things first, you'll need to download the La Paz or the RTA Go mobile app. And it's available on the iPhones or Androids, just search for it. If you travel with the family and you will be traveling together most of your time in New Orleans, one app download is definitely enough. You can buy all the tickets for everyone in your party just through one app. Once you open it, you'll see the options for purchasing different kinds of tickets. A single ride, all-day passes, and even multi-day passes. We didn't use that one. Now, depending on how long you're in town, you can decide which pass or ticket you need to buy. You can buy it first and then activate it later. I didn't know that. On the first day, we used a single ride ticket that took us all the way to the Greenwood Cemetery and Central Park, and all the way back to the French Quarter because we managed to do all of this in the allocated period of time for the ticket duration. We managed to come back on the same ticket, cutting it very close. Not that tickets are expensive, but it was kind of like a race or a challenge for us to see if we were able to do that. We activated it right as we were boarding. You just need to make sure that you have internet connection. Once activated, the clock starts ticking. So the streetcars themselves are those classic green or red cars with wooden seats and brass handles. They have that historic charm, but they are still part of this daily life there. And it's not just for tourists riding them. Plenty of locals use the streetcar every day as transportation. This was one of the reasons we wanted to try them, and it really adds to your experience in the city.
As you're boarding, you'll just show your ticket to the attendant and voila, you can pick your seat and enjoy the ride. The New Orleans streetcars are made out of wooden slats, which is not the most comfortable for a long ride, but it really adds to the old-fashioned feel.
Now, if you're done riding on the streets, you have to try the water. Of course, we couldn't skip the ferry, and you can use the same app for it as well. The only difference is that you would have to buy a single ticket to go to the other side and then another ticket to come back.
Unless
you buy the Jazz Pass. I admit we did not research that the Jazz Pass is available and was what we needed all along. But now you do know. The Jazz Pass allows you to use the transport for the entire day. Any type of transport. Ferry, streetcars, buses, all of that. So if you are into exploring the city outside of the tourist traps, then get that pass. The Canal Street Ferry that goes across the Mississippi River to the Algiers Point, I think that's how you say it. This ride was super quick. It's almost like you miss it if you blink. It felt like less than 10 minutes one way. The process of using the ticket is pretty much the same. Just show it on the screen to the attendant and that's it. Honestly, it's one of the best cheap experiences in New Orleans. You get an incredible skyline views for just a couple of dollars. The entire round trip ticket, I think it was like $6 maybe, or maybe $5. I can't remember. It was something really cheap under 10. The ferry is nice, and if you come early enough, while everyone is still asleep from the evening before, you can grab a seat by the window to enjoy the views. Right next to the ferry, there is a wonderful fountain and a little bit of promenade to walk around. So you will definitely enjoy the time, even if you have to wait a little bit and you need something else to do. So now a couple of quick tips. If you're planning to ride multiple times a day, get the unlimited day pass. It's way cheaper. Next, always activate right before boarding so you don't waste time on your ticket. If you wanted to check all the routes and stops and schedule, Go to the official website, it lists all of it. It's super helpful, especially if you're not familiar with the city. So that was it. If you used Le Pas before, or the streetcars, or the ferry in New Orleans, feel free to share your experiences. It is a super easy way to ride in New Orleans using the public transportation, and it's super cheap. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video if you found it helpful, and subscribe, and hopefully chat with you next time.